Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer episode 15. Before going to the recapitulation of the episode, let me just ask for your forgiveness, guys. Sorry because yes, I took a couple of weeks off of recording, of editing, of anything that has to do with the channel. I just answered a few comments here and there, but obviously that wasn't enough. There were certain situations with me that require my attention. Perhaps they weren't as problematic or as important, but yeah, those things needed my attention. So I couldn't record and couldn't edit. It was a mess, guys. It was honestly a mess, and I think it worked for me because I get to rest a little bit for the recordings, for the editing. So yeah, even if I love editing, even if I love recording, sometimes I need a little bit of rest. And yes, I know it's not much what I do. It's not that the grand recordings and anything like that, and it's not a great job at editing. But it's kind of tiresome in a certain point. So in order for me to still enjoy doing this, I needed a couple of weeks to rest alongside with other stuff that I have to deal with. So that's why I took a couple of weeks. The last week's episode, I recorded a little bit, but I honestly did not have even time to edit it. So yes, it was there, but every time I opened my editing software, it was just saying, "Oh no, I cannot," and I closed it, and yes, it was a complete mess for me in those weeks. But fortunately, the problems have been resolved, and I'm back. And hopefully, you're still looking forward to my reactions of these episodes. So yeah, that's why it was not a healthy issue. It was nothing like that. It was just honestly, I just needed to rest. And yes, this rest helped me, so I will not have any health issues in the future. So that's another reason. Perhaps it's a healthy issue, but not completely related. I don't know if I'm explaining myself, and I think I'm speaking way too much. Just a quick recapitulation of the last episode. Inosuke and Zenitsu just found out who is the demon inside the box of Tanjiro, and obviously we know it's Nezuko, and the reaction is kind of hilarious, especially Zenitsu. Zenitsu is so mad because I guess he put Tanjiro in a pedestal and say, "Oh yes, he's almost a saint, he's so good, he's the best." But once he figured out, oh my god, he is just getting some booty on the side. Oh my god! Obviously, that is not the case. I know it's the sister, and it's gross when you think about it. But that was in the mind of Zenitsu. Let's be honest, he didn't know that she was his sister. So yes, I guess that is what happened in his mind. So yeah, the reaction is funny, and I love the indifference of Inosuke, that he's capable of sleeping even among the chaos that was in that room. But anyway, yes, I don't want to bore you anymore with this recapitulation. Let's just quickly remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn on notifications. You know, YouTube is kind of off with these things. But if you enjoy the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, the episode, or the commentary once you see them all. And obviously follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below. That is where I put the place in which I'm going to record or I'm going to edit in 2 weeks. So you might be able to get this information from there. The Patreon is always there, obviously. If you want to watch the uncut reaction, is there. And obviously the reaction is also there. Anyway, enough about this, let's just cut the presentation short and watch the episode, shall we? Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 15th episode of the series. And again, it's fascinating how this series can come from a very happy place to a very serious place. And in the reverse, obviously, from a serious place to a happy place in just a question of minutes. And it doesn't feel unnatural, doesn't feel forced, it doesn't feel like, oh, this humor is just hammering down and you don't laugh at it, it's just obnoxious. No, in this case, I like it and I love the humor in this series. So you can relax a little bit and yeah, don't get the stakes way too high. But anyway, yes, the first half is basically a continuation of the last episode. They need to rest, they need to recover their injuries, they need to be prepared for the next battle, and this family is obviously providing that service without them needing to pay anything. So yes, it's fine. It's fine. They 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 just don't recover off screen. No, they show you that they actually need rest, they need something else, and this is a family to provide it, thanks to the corpse helping this family a long time ago and saving them from demons. So it makes sense. I like that little explanation, and sometimes something as little as that is enough for you to say, oh, okay, that's fine. You don't need the over complicated explanations, 3 episodes, oh, this family and all that. No, you just need to give us a little bit of information and then let us enjoy the characters that we met, that we already know, especially Tanjiro and their company. But this segment is obviously something that I kind of feel it was going to happen, especially thanks to the ending of the series, and I mean the credits of the series, in how Zenitsu was going to be thirsty for Nezuko. It was so obvious because yes, if you see the ending credits, you see how kind of, I don't know, the way that Zenitsu moves in the last scene after discussing with Inosuke, yeah, when Nezuko awakes, yeah, it was kind of obvious. It was kind of obvious if you pay a little bit of attention. And yes, this episode cemented that Zenitsu really is thirsty for Nezuko. But honestly, I cannot blame him. He likes women, and he likes that. He wants to marry women, or marry a woman, so that he could be happy, I guess, in his mind. And yeah, Nezuko is a pretty cute girl. She's adorable. Once she's out of the box, once she starts to crawl out of the box, my god, she looks so adorable in that moment. It's honestly amazing how adorable she looks. But yes, it was kind of obvious if you pay attention, as I said before. And it's funny, it adds to the fun part of the episode. And yes, we got more stuff for Zenitsu, how he behaves, and even a little bit forward in the episode, we get to see that he wants to protect those people that are important to him, are precious to him. Because the motivation for him to go inside the mountain or inside this place is obviously to protect Nezuko. And yeah, I guess that is a good motivation and a good way for us to see Zenitsu fight in a more serious way. Hopefully that is going to be the case. Now we got Inosuke. Inosuke is, again, in the last few episodes, he was just an asshole. But after you start to understand where he is coming from. He is not very versed. He is not intelligent, or at least he is not well read. He doesn't know a lot of meanings, and yeah, he should by his age. But obviously, from what I deduce, he was raised alone, and he tried. I don't know how the hell did he survive, but he was raised alone, and obviously he didn't grow with a father and a mother who taught him how to behave. And this is something that I kind of talk about in the last episode. That Inosuke is starting to become a more three-dimensional character with more depth, with more stuff within him. And he's started to appreciate Tanjiro, not just trying to get into fights with him because he respects his fighting spirit, let's say, but it's something else. And we start to see that. And we start to see that he's also a badass thanks to this power that he has, kind of the awareness of his environment. It's kind of associated with bees, obviously, because they need to be hyper aware of everything that is surrounding them when they are eating, when they are drinking, because yeah, the predators exist. So it makes sense for him to be aware of all of this stuff around him. So I like that aspect, that they are giving him this part of this kind of power, as Tanjiro said. We have the sense of smell, we have the sense of hearing, and now kind of, I don't know, awareness is the sense, could be? I don't know how to call it, but I think that is basically what we are seeing here. Anyway, yeah, we got our new characters too. We got new demon slayers. In this case, well, one of them is new. We of course have Gyu that we met in the first episode, and that is what guided Tanjiro to the Slayer corpse, Demon Slayer corpse. And we got a new one, Shinobu, with a butterfly in her hair. She's honestly beautiful. She looks beautiful. She looks gorgeous in the animation, and I guess she's the same age as Gyu. So yeah, I guess these are more powerful, and I want to see them fight. Hopefully, I don't know. I am between seeing Tanjiro being a badass again, being amazing again, but I want to watch these two fight too. So yes, there are several things I want to see in the next episodes. I don't think in the next episode we're going to conclude this. I think we're going to get at least 2 more episodes, probably 3 more episodes of this kind of saga of these spider demons. So yes, I am caught between these two feelings, that I want to see the badass, freaking amazing demon slayers that have a lot of experience, and I want to see Tanjiro and the other 2 being badass. Well, other 3. Let's include Nezuko there, because we know that she's capable of being a complete badass. So I am between those 2, and I don't know what is going to be more fascinating. Perhaps both. Perhaps we can get both, and I don't know, a demon's going to overwhelm them and they have to be rescued. I don't know. My imagination is running wild of the things I want to see in the next few episodes. And yes, I want to see all of this being portrayed in the animation. So yes, I want to see that. But anyway, yes. I don't have much to say about the episode, honestly. It was a very simplistic episode. It was, again, a continuation of our last episode, and just adding the new adventure, or the introduction of the new adventure. As I said before, we got our characters. It's not worth for me to speak about Tanjiro, because Tanjiro is still the same. Nezuko is still the same. The ones that kind of changed are obviously Inosuke and Zenitsu, and those I spoke about. And I am fascinated to see what is going to be happening in the next episode. So yes, I think I really exhausted the topic of this one. A very short commentary, because yeah, it's not much for me to comment other than repeat ideas that I said before. So before finishing this, let me just quickly remind you that if you enjoy the content of the channel, please consider a subscription and turn notifications so you can get up to date with whatever we're doing with the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment so I know what you think about my reaction, the episode, or the commentary. If you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description below, alongside with my Patreon, where you can find the uncut reaction and do the reaction. But if you are here, you already knew that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I have nothing else to say, but thank you for your attention, and well, see you on the next one. Bye.
Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, give it a like, so the algorithm from YouTube will help me out. And check my other videos, share them, and also why not subscribe to my channel and join this community. And as always, I want to thank you for your attention, your likes, and even your dislikes, your comments, which is something I always look forward to read. And yeah, once more, thanks, and see you on the next one.